Determinants or factors of demand. Demand is a desire which is backed by the ability to pay and willingness to buy a particular commodity at a specific price and at a specific period of time. There is a reason or there is a factor behind each and every demand. Determinants of demand. Point number 1. Taste, habits and fashion. Point number 2. Price. Point number 3. Taxation policy. Point number 4. Prices of complementary goods. Point number 5. Expectation about future prices. Point number 6. Prices of substitute goods. Point number 7. Salesmanship and advertisement. Point number 8. Income of consumer. Point number 9. Distribution of income. Point number 10. Nature of product. Determinants of demand. Keywords are given above. Kindly refer the same. Point number 1. Taste, habits and fashion. Taste and habits of a consumer influence the demand for a commodity. If consumer likes to eat chocolates or consume tea, he will demand more of them. Demand curve can shift due to changes in taste over time. For example, demand for cereal may be high in the morning but low at night. Some factors such as taste, habits of consumers affect demand in the market. Point number 2. Price. Price determines the demand for a commodity to a large extent. Consumers prefer to purchase a product in large quantities when price of a product is less, and they purchase a product in small quantities when the price of a product is high. Price is one of the most important factors that affect demand. When price rises, demand falls, and when price falls, demand rises. Point number 3. Taxation policy. High rates of taxes on goods or services would increase the price of the goods or service. This in return would result in a decrease in demand for goods or services and vice versa. Government's taxation policy affects demand. For example, a change in income tax will change consumers' disposable income and therefore demand. Point number 4. Price of complementary goods. Change in the price of one commodity would also affect the demand for other commodity. For example, car and fuel. If the price of fuel rises, the demand for car will fall. A complementary good or services is an item used in conjunction with another good or service. A product can be considered a complement when it shares a beneficial relationship with another product. For example, an iPhone and the apps used with it. Point number 5. Expectation of future prices. If the consumer expects the price to fall in future, he will buy less in the present at the prevailing price. Similarly, if he expects the price to rise in the future, he will buy more in the present at the prevailing price. If a consumer expects a fall in the price of a commodity in the near future, they will demand less at present price and vice versa. It shows that expectation about the future prices affects demand. Point number 6. Price of substitute goods. If a substitute good is available at a lower price, then people will demand cheaper substitute goods than costly goods. For example, if the price of sugar rises, the demand for jaggery will rise. A substitute good is good that can be used in place of another. Substitute goods are goods that consumer perceives as similar or comparable, so that having more of one good causes the consumer to desire the less of the other good. Point number 7. Salesmanship and advertisement. Advertisements, sales promotion schemes, and effective salesmanship tend to change the preferences of the consumer and lead to demand for many products. For example, cosmetics, toothbrush, etc. The goods which are advertised powerfully on radio, television, newspaper, etc. push up demand. Advertisement is an important factor today that affects demand. Point number 8. Income of consumer. Income of consumer decides purchasing power, which in turn influences the demand for the product. Rise in income will lead to a rise in demand for the commodity, and fall in income will lead to a fall in demand for the commodity. Income is yet one more important factor that affects demand. Demand depends upon income of individual in the society. Normally, demand rises with increasing income of the society. Point number 9. Distribution of income. If there is an unequal distribution of national income and wealth in the country, the demand for goods and services will fall. In countries such as India, there is an unequal distribution of income. Higher level people have more income and lower level people have even less income. Unequal distribution of income and wealth will lead to less demand for goods and services. That is, demand depends on the distribution of national income and wealth. Point number 10. Nature of product. If a commodity is a necessity and its use is unavoidable, then its demand will continue to be same irrespective of the corresponding price. For example, medicine to control blood pressure.